This is Christine with Trustee Training Services in 4-month-old Remington at Puppy Boot Camp, and we're about to start our afternoon play session. So twice a day we do exercise, and that's prior to meal times. Remington is going to have to earn this toy by doing some lead training and some nice focus sits. Heel. Halt. Good. Heel. Halt. Yes. And that was really nicely done. Probably the best he's ever done on that. Good. Good. He's learning not to grab the rope, but to stay on the tug toy, and that's really good. He's usually pretty hot with energy in the afternoon, so we like to make sure that we don't ask him for too much structured work before we start the playtime. And then we want to make sure that he gets some of that energy released positively on the toy before we ask him for anything else. So we've been working hard on getting him to release the toy quickly when we lock it to our body, but we won't ask him for that quite yet because initially he just needs to get some of that puppy energy out. Good. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Good tug. Yeah, tug. Good boy. Oh, good boy. What a good boy. So what we're looking for in the game is just to keep healthy boundaries of respect. So one of the things that I'm paying attention to is if he releases the toy, I want to make sure that I drop it right to the ground and drag it along the ground so he doesn't end up leaping for it and either hurting himself or making contact with me or even biting my hand or my arm instead of the toy. So it's my responsibility with the puppy this age to try to set them up for success and not failure. Good boy. I'm gonna ask him to give it up in just a moment and wait for a nice sit before I give it back to him. Give. Yes. Nicely done. I do try to get a little bit of mileage out of the releases. There we go. Good boy. Been trying to teach him to only latch down here on the tug part and to leave the rope alone. Also want to get him used to not having the extension on it so that we can wean him off the need for that. Good. The extension just really enables the handler to stay in control of the game at this point, and it creates some helpful distance between the movement of the handler and the movement of the toy. If I didn't have the extension on here, if he were to get the tug away from me when I'm tugging with him on it like this, if he were to get it away from me, then it would become a game of keep away, and we don't want that to happen. Good. Also, I'm using contrast between how I play with him and how I ask him to release the toy. So when I'm playing with him, I'm moving the toy constantly. I keep constant pressure and torque on it. When I'm asking him to give it up, I'm going to freeze and hold it against my body my energy is going to change. Yes. That was really awesome because I actually let go of the rope and he went for the correct end of the tug toy. So it shows you that he's definitely learning. Good boy. Definitely learning the game well. Attaboy. Good. Get it. Good boy. Oh, get it, Rem. Get it, Remy. Tug. Tug, tug. Good boy. Good boy. Something we've just kind of started to do a little bit is integrate some of the lead training into the game. So this next time when I release it, I'm going to ask him to actually heel a few steps before I give it back to him. That's a boy. Get it, get it. Get it. Get it. Good. Give. Well, just take a moment to let him collect himself before I ask him to heel too. Because when a puppy's in play drive at this age, they need a moment to bring their brain speed down before you ask him to do something else. Otherwise, they can revert to some negative behaviors like jumping at the handler. So we'll just wait for a moment for him to refocus. Heel. Halt. Heel. Good. Halt. Yes. Beautiful. Good job. He did a great job on that about turn. Turning into the puppy is much, much easier for him than when I turn away from him. And he didn't even lean on the leash for that about turn. He turned with me. So that was good. Good handler focus. Now again, you don't start really advanced obedience until a puppy's about 6 months old, but you should be actively laying the groundwork for what you want to accomplish with them. So in that he did so well on that little bout of healing, I'm not sure we can top that today. So I'd rather only have one really awesome stretch of healing than have several and have things end on a lesser note. Excellent. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. He has a great attention span for this game, so he can easily play 15-20 minutes, which is about right for his age. Give. Yes. And again, following something difficult like asking him to heel with just rewarding a simple sit for releasing the toy is great, because if he never knows whether I'm going to ask him for something easy or hard, he's going to be a much more enthusiastic worker. So even as he gets older, I would want to go back and forth between easy and hard. And what happens is what was once hard becomes the easy level of the activity, but you still always have an easy and hard category. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Good. You are looking to end the game before the puppy wants to end the game. Yes, so be cognizant of that. If you overdo anything, a puppy's going to get bored with it. You don't want to burn them out. Notice that I'm really trying to be careful that I don't ask him to pick up too much speed before asking for a turn or a stop, because his young puppy joints aren't as strong as they will be when he's older. So we have to be a little bit more careful with rapid stops and quick turns. Good. That's a boy. That's a boy. Again, this is the time to talk to your puppy and pet him and play. Be really relational with them, because it's the one time that you can get really excited with them without them targeting you with their teeth. A good boy. Give. Yes. I really like that he is doing so much better at actually looking up at my face while he's waiting for me to drop the toy again. That is a huge, huge improvement. Good. When he first started, every time I asked him to release the toy, his focus was on the toy. So getting him to look to me instead of at the toy is a really great step forward. Oh, good boy. Oh, yeah. Good job. Good job. Oh, get it. Get it. See, he knows the difference between when I'm playing with him and when I'm asking him to give. Yes. And hopefully this video will really help you see the difference as well between those two postures and even the energy that's paired with it. Good boy. All right, good boy. What a good boy. And when we're ready to finish, what we're going to do is we're going to ask him for the toy, give, yes, and we're going to hand it back to him. And his last memory of the game is going to be that he got the toy back. Sometimes he carries it up to where we drop it off and dock it, and other times he doesn't. But at any rate, we want his last memory of the game to be, I gave it to you and you gave it back to me. This is how to play properly with a puppy and give them a positive target for their puppy energy. This is Christine with Trusty Training Services, training built on trust. Happy training.